Judge, Debbie said that her trouble came from
I'm trying to get ready for
jury
forwards,
duty.
so. It's
She
going.
said
I
we
ran
had
15
150
Friday.
piled in there, and most everybody didn't have a mask on. She was scared to death. That's where she did.
Yeah, my feet were hurting Saturday. But I ran my recovery run, so I toughed it out.
I should have told her that, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm running tonight. Yeah. Yeah, I've got good gloves, so anytime it's under 50 degrees or around 50 degrees, I have to wear gloves because my hands, 30 minutes after the run, they turn white and blue and they hurt bad. That's the worst part of it. Yeah.
Even in the neighborhoods, they said they were having a hard time trying to run.
Yeah.
They ended up getting in, but I ain't got Art was supposed to run 6. I don't know how many actually got in, but I was like, oh, that was,
Didn't we post a second agenda?
Discuss it again Friday or?
What's on it? Just that?
I'm not for,
Yeah, this week's 17
Handouts.
and next week's 19
But-
and then start the taper down.
you wasn't here
so-
Friday.
Okay, it's not. No.
Did you hear the auditors say that she wanted to give everybody $1,000?
She didn't hear that. She said that.
I'm-
Something like
It
that. I don't
depends
know
on
if it
how
was
good
Cheryl
the
or somebody
goes. I
said
may
that.
sign up and do the altar in Dallas.
Oh, okay, maybe that was it. But I was like,
I may
please
do
tell
it.
me no, but
I'll have almost a year to get ready for
Yeah,
it.
I can't do that from here, so I'll message you and I gotta do it with.
train.
But I've been told in an altar there's
She
no
didn't know
shame
that
in
mattered.
walking, so.
She's only met me here.
You know that lady in the, if you would stop on your way down, talk to Karen,
Which office is that?
Bob Hampton's office. Just ask her to step out the hall. See if she knows anything about it.
Will, how are you,
Because
buddy?
she's been here for 40 years.
Okay, she won't be in here. Where's Bob?
No, probably not.
Okay, okay.
Have a good
Has
day.
anybody talked to James Gowan? Is he coming this morning? Was James coming this morning?
How are you, Will?
He's not coming this morning, but I have.
I can't see you with them dark glasses and the dark cover-up. Didn't even know it was you.
They haven't changed it.
Oh, he has,
Did we only get 2 bids or we got more?
So we on for Thursday afternoon?
Judge, I want to take
Well, I can look.
bids under advisement a week at least, in case they're way too low.
Is, what's wrong?
I don't have my work phone, but,
He's very sick this morning. He was gonna go get tested. He had fever, aches, chills.
COVID
tomorrow
or
afternoon?
flu.
Yeah.
Let me look at my other calendar, maybe so.
He could fall in that 12%. Breakthrough case.
There's been a bunch of them.
Yeah. Well, he didn't
Okay.
have him.
Need to get
He's had all 3
good
shots.
figures on what we
And
got
had
left.
A couple, 3 that had that same, and they still got it.
But there's somebody sitting next to you that could probably tell you that, so.
We had the phone on.
yes.
You two will never hear.
I know. I can't hardly hear him at all. If I'm out of town, I can't hear him at all.
I can hear the judge good, but it seems to fade when you get in the corners.
I can hear you pretty good if I'm on the phone, but I can't hear Mark at all.
There
I'll crank
almost
it all
has
the
to
way
be a
up and put it up to
way
my phone.
that we have a phone that goes into our system goes into our phone. We need to look at some upgraded tech.
Well,
on that.
Barry was gonna do that after, but I think that's along with the spraying of the weed control and the,
That didn't work out financially.
well, no, outside in the little Charlie Ferris
Oh,
historical market.
That didn't work out well either.
No,
Judge,
ma'am,
Matt Davis is on the phone.
okay, all right. Everybody ready?
Yeah.
All right. Good morning, it's 10:01, we'll call this meeting of Wichita County Court to order on a closed drive. At this time, I would like to call on Commissioner Ben Cannon to give the invocation.
pray with me, please. Dear Heavenly Father, you are the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. I'm just blessed, Lord, that we can be here today and we can be in a nation that we can worship you, Lord. Please, with all going on around our country right now, Lord, I just pray that you be with the family and the families members in our community that are experiencing this, that are still sick from this pandemic going on and it's spreading through our courthouse again, our courthouse family. I just pray that you continue to be with them, Lord, and have your healing hand upon them. Lord, be with us today as we take care of county business and give us the enlightened, your knowledge to deal with the county business that we got to do. All these things, Lord, I ask through your Son, Jesus. Amen.
Amen.
Go join me in the pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Now the Texas flag.
Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Thank you. Take a seat, please. This time I'd like to ask Commissioner Beecham to join me out front a minute.
I didn't even see that on the agenda.
Yours didn't have it on there. Okay, this is a certificate of appreciation, and it doesn't say all the things on here it should. Commissioner, you have done incredible things, the time, you and I see the chief over there, what you all did to bring the law enforcement center together, what you now have undergoing, and the things redoing in the courthouse, what you did on the 3rd floor, that you spearheaded that project. What you're doing now in the annex and here are things that have been pushed back, kicked the can down the road. But this certificate is only for 5 years, but a lot of people would take 50 years to get it. So, at any rate, do want to thank you for all that service. There's a token gift here to go with it that you can select out of the booklet there. And we do appreciate you very much.
Well, I've enjoyed every single minute of being here, and I just, the team of people at Wichita County, there are so many wonderful, amazing people that I have been blessed to learn so much from. Every day is a learning experience. Every day I'm tickled to come to work. So.
Well, we're tickled to have you.
Hey, would y'all scoot over more towards the Texas flag just a little? Let me get a good picture, Mark.
Will you say mother?
Closer to get, there you go.
Damn!
Close.
Great, okay,
All right.
that's good.
No, they want one now. They want a picture now.
It comes up a lot of ugliness. That was an interesting way to put that. If y'all didn't hear that, she said, that's on you, and I
Congratulations, sir, Commissioner.
If I could ask the court to look at the consent agenda, there is a correction to be made on item 9.
Judge, I did have a public comment.
Just, oh, I'm sorry, I need to go back to public comments, thank you, yes, sir. Okay, let me open this at 10:06 for public comments. Commissioner Watt?
Yes, just wanted to remind everyone, if you haven't taken the internet or the internet survey, we've still got that link posted. We can help you find that link if needed. It's an easy survey. We're trying to get as many in as possible, I guess, through this month, so we can adequately determine maybe what's needed and wanted in Wichita County in the way of internet. So I encourage everyone to go and do that. Judge, is there a way to maybe get the high school seniors or high school classes?
We've distributed to every school district, I mean, it's all that. You're talking about the broadband survey.
Yes, the
Now, you say
broadband
internet, you
survey,
might lose
yeah.
people, but it is the broadband survey, yes, sir.
Correct.
Okay. All right, yes, we do, because we're gonna wrap that up this month, and hopefully we'll have enough response to make some predictions on that. Okay, I did also.
Oh, we have another public comment.
Oh, no, I have someone that's sent me.
Okay.
Oh, okay, all right. Also today, we will have a called special session posted for 11:30. We've got two items all dealing with the Hart election equipment and the the contract as well. Okay, now, consent agenda. Will?
Yes, sir, on item number 4, it's not 10-step ladders, it's a ladder that has 10 steps, it's a warehouse ladder to get up.
You know, and you say that, but I saw that and I said, why are we buying 10 step ladders?
It's one of those ladders to get up to the shelving, the higher shelving in
Yeah.
the warehouse, a safety ladder.
Okay.
Which item was that?
Number 4.
Okay.
It would be a 10-step ladder.
A 10-step single ladder.
Step ladder, not ladders.
And Judge, what was yours again?
We're meeting at 11:30 today.
Oh, okay, okay.
Is that
What
part?
do we- Sir?
Nothing, sorry.
Okay. All right. Then on item 9, Nancy, I'm sorry, you said something about the judges, but I'm not catching what we wanted to.
So we're just gonna take out the top one.
Oh, take out the top line, the presiding judge, at $12 an hour, that this is removed.
But also, the alternate judges, we bumped up to $12 an hour a couple of years ago too.
So the attended,
The presiding judge of precinct and the alternate judge are both making $12 an hour.
Okay. It looks like the only change is the clerks, right?
Right, the clerk.
Well, okay,
This-
so nothing wrong with adopting it, that's correct salary amount, isn't it?
Well, no, because the alternate judges you have at $10 an hour.
yeah, they're supposed to, these two at 10, supposed to,
$12 an hour. Last.
Well, what I'm looking at is alternate.
12.
it says 10.
Says 10.
Oh,
It should be
alternate,
12.
Well, his,
oh, gotcha.
yours,
Okay.
mine and yours are different. Look at this.
Yeah.
We
okay.
have judges, presiding judges, alternate judges. You don't have everything. Ours
Okay.
is a little different.
Yeah. This is the one she gave me separate, so.
There you go.
Yeah. Okay, so judges will be at $12, presiding judges at $12, alternate judges at 12.
But we don't, what, I don't understand what the first judges is. We only have presiding.
just marked that
judges
one
and
off.
precinct
Okay, so
and
mark that
alternate
out.
judges.
Okay.
So I took the judges off.
Right, okay, so
Okay.
that one comes off. Alternate judges and presiding judges both make $12 an hour.
Okay.
And then the clerks are $9 an hour if they go to the training or do the training, and then $8 if they don't. Early voting is $12. Online training and in-person training, we can only pay $7.
Okay, but the alternate judges should be 12.
Yes.
Correct.
Because
If they attend the school,
well, they have to, they're supposed to attend anyway, but yes.
I don't think they can be that unless they attend, can they?
okay.
But we were gonna pay what the parties paid, and that's what the parties were paying, so we wanted to.
Okay, all right.
We were to pay what they did.
Okay. Okay. Any corrections other than those to 4 and 9 or questions about those items?
I'll make a motion then to approve it with those changes.
Second.
Speak up.
I'll make a motion to approve it, Nancy.
And I will second.
By the way, we did close public comment in 10. Okay. Okay. Mr. Beecham, you second?
Yes, sir.
Okay. We have a motion by Commissioner Fincan, a second by Commissioner Beecham to approve the consent agenda with the changes to item number 4, stating that it's one 10-step ladder. And in item 9, it corrects the salary, it removes the term just judges, and then makes alternate judges at $12 an hour. Any other comments from anyone? Okay, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Pose same sign. Motion carries 4-0. Okay, item number 1 is review and approve the regular bills for payment. Order the county treasurer to disburse payroll and bill payments within 72 hours via U.S. mail, FedEx, UPS, or electronically unless directed otherwise, or may be picked up and ledgered in the treasurer's office.
Motion to approve.
Thank you.
I'll second.
Okay. Any other comments? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries 5-0. Item number 2 is open and take necessary action on bids for the sale of the 1990 Cat U5H dozer. Do we have any bids?
Yes, we got 2 bids, Judge, one from Jeff Miller.
Go ahead and read the amount.
Oh. $21,777,22. $21,777,22
Okay.
from Jeff Miller, or, I'm sorry, Jeff Martin.
Martin.
And that all goes together. There was just that one page, and I didn't see a price on it, and I wondered what that was. This was from Brad Vance in the amount of $15,000.
You like to take those under advisement?
Please.
Okay. Do you wish to make a motion?
Yeah, my motion to take them under advisement, please.
I'll second.
Any comments, questions from anyone? Okay, all in favor, taking the bids under advisement for 1 week, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries 4-0. Okay, item 3 is to authorize, in conjunction with Court Order 20.0908.641, payment of mobile phone or Texas invoice number 106-63536 in the amount of $27,913. A new approval is required due to the limited tax note funds being dissolved into June 2021 into the county's permanent improvement fund. This invoice will be paid from 2021 funds from the county's permanent improvement fund. Do I hear a motion to support that or additional?
And this is We'd already approved
We'd
this
approved
in the
it, but
prior
we had-
court order.
But it was, we had changed
Right. Then
where
I'd,
the fund went, so it had to be
I
redone.
make a motion that we go ahead and approve that.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you. Any comments, questions from anyone? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries 4-0. Okay, receive 2021 end of the year reports for the Justice of the Peace, all precincts.
Did y'all receive backup on that? I just turned in that end of the year report from Odyssey.
From the precincts?
Yes, it would be in your packets. I just wanted to report there was $634,200 collected, all precinct JPs combined.
Yeah, here it is.
Have a breakdown if you need it, but relatively 1-1 and 1-2 are relatively close. Precinct 2 and Precinct 3, very close together, really, and not far away is Precinct 4. And so combined, that is 634, and we were working on a very similar
That one.
a very similar report on the constables as well, so maybe next meeting I can have that put together. I wanted to make sure that these fee lines were not counted in the constables as well, so we can have a true number of total dollars collected, but that's where we're at right now is with this. I thought it was a great report, and
You and I discussed this, and the question was that all JP fees, or does that include the constable
Well,
services?
according to Cheryl and Margaret, in looking at it, they think that it's all JP fees. They belong to the JP's office, and there's another set of fees that would consist just of constables. I just had a few questions on those, and so I'd pose those questions. They're looking at those where constable came into play on a certain fee line or something here. I just wanted to make sure I understood it well.
Yeah, because that, if we look at total cost of those offices against what we're bringing in, the outlying, we don't expect that they're necessarily gonna break even or come ahead.
Right.
But it's just, we ought to know, our thinking of
Where we stand,
where we
yes.
stand. Okay, no action to be taken on that item.
Right, and don't you think, Judge, that these numbers will ramp up once, there's some of this encumbered with COVID, right, in the early part of the year, and so we'll
the early part,
probably
yeah.
see.
Well, and they weren't doing evictions, they weren't doing, services.
Right, and there is an issue still here with the warrants, their ability to issue warrants, and so I told Judge Baker that I would talk to IT where we're at in resolving that issue, because they're on hold with that right now, and it would help us rein in some more money, so.
Right.
I wonder if those truancy numbers are down as compared to previous years.
If you look at the number of school-age youth out in the hallway on those days, yeah, it looks to be.
Yeah,
down.
that's what it
Right.
doesn't seem to be near as heavy traffic. And
Well, it's
does it-
hard to be absent when your school's at home
Yeah.
in bed.
Yeah. It doesn't look like we're writing many seatbelt tickets either, so.
Yeah. Okay. All right, item 5, discuss and take action to approve the bid for asbestos abatement for the Wichita County Courthouse all floors. Commissioner Beecham?
Yeah, let me get to the right piece of paper here. Yeah, we had, of course, we used Flint Skaggs to help us with this, to advertise on our behalf and to review all the bids.
Right.
We had 4 different bids: Cactus Abatement, the base bid of $117,000. We had Prism Response for the base bid of $48,483. One Reef LLC for $225,281, and ARC Abatement for $112,595. It's been reviewed, the Prism Response being our low bid at $48,483 plus an alternate of $12,500, along with the state fee of $500 for a total of $74,983 would be the acceptable bid.
There is a tremendous difference in those bids.
Yeah, there
Is
is. That's why we wanted somebody outside to review these to make sure that they were correct. I believe Glenda's on the phone if she has anything to add.
I do have a question.
I am here, thank you. We've looked at them, and Flint has looked at them very carefully, and he's worked with these guys before, and I think, it's all a matter right now of who has employees that will work and that wants to work and who's having to pay what, and I think it's a highly labor-intensive type of work, and these guys just want the job.
I do have a question. As far as the abatement, I realize the 4 bids there. Who's doing the air quality control, what's going on? Or did y'all bid that part of it out or not?
That is part of the abatement process. They have to monitor the air during the abatement process.
To my understanding, you can't be the abatement company and the air quality control company. They have to be separate companies.
Right.
So-
Flint Skaggs is the person that does the monitoring.
So
and
did we not bid out the monitoring?
I'm sorry?
Did we not bid out the monitoring?
No, it's professional services.
Correct. But do we have, what is the cost of the monitoring? Is it included in this fee or not?
I think that's what Mark, say those three pieces again that add up to the total of.
What is it?
It's base bid of $48,483, alternate one,
Estimated
estimate air monitoring fee of $12,000. Well, in the base bid, it's $48,483. The alternate one is $12,500 for a total of $60,983 plus the $500 state inspection fee. But there's an estimated also on the list that I've been given of the air monitoring fee of an additional $12,000.
Okay,
Is
my
that-
my question is, it's over $5,000 for the air monitoring, and usually that's a separate company, so did we not bid it out?
Well, they would, I mean, they don't specify who they're using. I guess they would have.
They can't use a company. It has to be a separate company.
Well, you mean they can't
Hire their
pick
own air monitor.
Oh, I
Right,
didn't,
that's what Flint does.
Correct. And Flint is an air monitor, air quality control.
But we didn't bid that out.
But you're spending over $5,000, you have to bid it. Isn't that true?
No.
$5,000 is you guys,
Ours, okay.
$50,000.
$50,000.
All right, so we didn't bid out that part of it then. Okay. That's what I just want to
but
know.
apparently it's around a $12,000 cost.
Yeah.
Additional to the.
Right.
To the $74,983.
Right.
Which, for the amount of work that is involved in all of this, this is
Oh, that's-
touching all 5 floors of the courthouse in this project. Removing a lot of floor, including
Do y'all have
3 layers.
In the packet here, is there a detail of what all they're taking out?
No, not in the packet.
Because, I mean, they could be taken out.
The areas that we're working at, the floor tiles on floor 3 and then floors 1 through 5, it's the area around the elevator that we're having, it's a fireproofing that's on the steel that we're taking that portion of the steel out to increase the shaft area. And so it's that fireproofing that's been blown on the steel.
Okay.
And also the flooring on one, where we have the 3 layers, including 1 layer of asbestos
Right.
tile.
All right.
So it's pretty extensive.
That's something
Yeah, I mean, I
I'm
think
pretty
it's,
familiar
I
with.
think it's a fairly good bid,
okay.
way less than what I was expecting, so.
Okay.
It came in less than what was estimated, yes.
All right.
So it would be my motion to approve the Prism response at the total bid of $74,983.
Okay, is there a second?
I'll second it.
I just wanted to make sure it has all, everything in there.
On the phone? Okay, we have a motion by Commissioner Beecham, a second by Commissioner Watts to accept the total project cost for removal, inspection, and consulting of $74,983, and air monitoring will be a separate cost estimated at $12,000.
Judge,
Yes.
I'm sorry for the interruption. Should we say where it's gonna be paid from? Would that be permanent improvement?
Yes. Be paid from permanent improvement fund.
But the total bid, Judge, to include air quality is 72.
Yes.
No,
No.
no, it's an
No,
additional,
86,983 is the, we only have an estimated amount on it.
Oh,
So it needs to come back separate. Unless you want to approve that,
we can approve it up to 12,000.
okay. Everybody clear with that?
yep.
Okay. Any other comments? Okay, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries 4-0. Item 6 is receive an update on the courthouse renovation, elevator projects, and county courthouse annex. Commissioner Beecham.
Last week, we switched to night work on this building to accommodate the jury week. We're back to working days this week, trying to be cognizant of everyone's schedule and provide the least disruption in the courthouse possible. We're closing in on our deadline to have the elevator at the annex working. This Friday's the absolute drop dead date. I did talk to TK's accounting department this morning. They're not happy that they have not received a check. I told them they will not be receiving a check until that elevator is functioning. Beyond that, we have not heard from their installation crew whether or not they will be here this week or not. So if they're not, then we will sit down with them again and look at what the damages will be. It's disappointing to this point, how they've handled that annex
We've got
elevator.
another project with them.
We have two more projects.
Two more.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah, we did approve sending out that check for $56,000 on the rehab car here at the courthouse that they have built and stored. That goes out today, I believe. Is that correct, Bob?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I think that check goes out today. And we're still working on plans to redraw car one here at the courthouse, so that's up in the air. Other than that.
How about the sidewalks? Mark, y'all marked them
Side-
off, hadn't you?
Sidewalks are being demolished as we speak. Scales was there this morning with concrete saws. They did a lot of sawing last week, but I don't know why they didn't get any further than they did. But they're back out this morning, taking out concrete. Fourth floor, it's going well, the demolition. The old side's getting pretty close to being gone. Got a lot of walls to bust out on the new side, though. Moving along, though.
You handled or worked on and tried to, we had a complaint last week about signage telling people not to go to that Scott Street entrance and all. Glenda, are you still on there with us?
I am here, yes.
Okay, I hadn't even thought about this, so don't take this, but I was just, do we not look at when we're doing something like this, that part of the plans would include signage to be that we would take into how we were handling pedestrian traffic, and instead of like we do on road projects, we divert vehicle traffic, and there's signage for that.
This whole thing was a addition, it was a change order to add it. We
Yeah.
were not gonna do any of this outside at first, we were strictly working on the inside of the building. So then when we moved outside, the whole thing was, let's do this, now let's add this, now let's add this, so it did not get the full, original, ad, and it is grown and morphed into what it is.
Okay.
Under normal circumstances, I would say yes, we would take more into consideration than what was done.
Okay, well, if that's our only mistake, we're doing pretty good, but I didn't realize why there
Yeah.
wasn't in there. But
Yeah, that sidewalk came about when we were originally gonna have to dig a sump pit out in front. And to do that, we're gonna have to take out sidewalk and trees, and so we added that sidewalk, being in the fact that it was in such poor shape anyway. So we're gonna have to we'll bust it all.
What is that vent on the 6th Street side that's in the sidewalk? Where does that go?
In this,
It's a aluminum grated,
that's transformer vault, that's Encore transformer vault.
oh, down, okay. And the alleyway or the walkway made by the fencing that takes you around the sidewalks, to the 6th Street door, reminded me when I looked at it, do y'all remember those they used to be houses. They had a roof on them, and they were just a walkway, and they'd put them downtown, and
Yeah.
you'd walk around where construction was going
Yeah, I
on. And that
remember
made me
those.
think of those when I saw how we were breaking out the alleyway or the walkway to come around that, and I hadn't thought of those in years.
Ages, yeah.
Yep, those were covered construction
were.
sidewalks.
Yeah.
yeah, we're a big city now.
Those are all over when we went to New York and other places, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've seen them other places.
Well, they make great places for the homeless. Seriously, that has been a
Yeah.
problem with them, and unfortunately,
I don't
there's not
blame
much
them.
alternative. Okay, anything else on that? Like, sir? Okay. We want to remind you, we will reconvene at 11:30 on the two issues on Hart and,
Thanks.
Sir,
oh, sorry, go ahead.
it is 10:33.
Thanks, Glenda.
Thank you, bye-bye.
I'm interrupting you today.
You know, if she's ready.
Yep.
All right, good morning. It is 11:32, and we'll call this specially posted meeting of Wichita County Commissioners Court order. We are here to consider two items to discuss, consider to take action on the approve the Hart Intercity Master Agreement, and to discuss, consider to take action to approve the purchase of additional voting equipment from Hart Intercity to be paid from general fund contingencies with reimbursement from the Secretary of State. Let's deal with item number one. Ms. Jennings, would you just give us an overall view report of the work done on that contract?
You all, we've been working on this for 2 or 3 weeks with folks at Hart. You know, they have, of course, their standard form contract, and we have worked in trying to negotiate certain language. I think Commissioner Beecham said it perfectly when he said they got what they wanted a little bit, we got a little bit of what we wanted, and we landed with the document that you all are looking at here. With contract negotiations, it's not all one way. So we did get some concessions, and of course we gave some concessions, but overall I believe that the document's appropriate for your review, consideration, and approval.
And the overall reason for doing this for the taxpayers, the reason I bring this up, is to have some redundancy and some backup equipment on hand.
It's item 2.
No, two.
Okay.
This
This is the original contract.
This is the original contract that we took under
Okay.
review.
And have this done now is so we can receive delivery. Are they still saying the 14th?
Well, I was told.
Okay, so very quick delivery.
To do the testing, accuracy and all testing to make sure.
Yeah. So, which is, we need the equipment here as quickly as possible.
With this, and this particular item is one we've already approved the funding for. We're just trying to work out the details of the contract. And I thought that one was already done, to be real honest with you. I realized we hadn't, the final contract wasn't done, but we've already approved the money.
We've already done all that. It's just getting the final contract,
subject to board approval.
Right.
So I'll make the motion that we approve the Hart Intercivic Verity Master Agreement.
Thank you.
1 second.
Any questions, anyone? Yes, sir. Maurice.
Question. We had, there's a federal law that states we have to keep voting records for 22 months. Since we're turning over our old machines, how are we meeting that requirement?
We should be keeping we'll keep the records for them.
Yeah, the machine.
In the machines are not the record.
The machines have no records in them. We take it all out.
Good point. Thank you.
No, I do appreciate you being here and showing your concern in the voting, because
No,
we
it's a
appreciate
concern to
all
of us.
citizens' input on this.
Yeah,
We should put 2 evenings into it also besides the meetings here.
Yeah, it's-
So, appreciate that. Okay. Any comments, Lori, from you?
No, we're ready to go.
All right, thank you. Okay. Motion by Commissioner Watts, second by Commissioner Beecham to approve the item as stated. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries 4-0.
Thank you, Tracy, for all the work you put in on that. That was well done. We got some good concessions, particularly with warranty period. We don't actually start our warranty until after the primary election, so we get to see the equipment in operation first.
And I'll say, I think Judge Goss and Commissioner Beecham would agree with this. They've been really, really great to work with, even though it would appear that we are adversarial. We're trying to have a good relationship with the vendor, they're trying to have a good relationship with us. And it was actually not unpleasant.
No.
Is that a kind of a new twist on this warranty? Mark says that, our latest piece of equipment also is that way. And I typically wasn't ever exposed to, typically when you buy something, you normally would start the warranty, but
Well,
When you buy something, you normally use it right away.
yeah, that was one of the things we thought on this equipment, is we're not actually using it until the primary election. We're not gonna physically test each piece until we put it in operation. So,
So it's basically just the fact, fact of the matter is, the folks that we are dealing with on the back end are not the people who are selling it to us on the front end, and they stand behind their equipment.
Yep.
That's all we're asking. Do you believe it as much as your salesman believes it?
Right.
And it appears that they do. And it's,
Good.
Yeah.
that was, I think, a successful part of the
Yep.
negotiation.
Item 2 is discuss and take action to approve the purchase of additional voting equipment from Hart or Civic to be paid from general fund contingencies with reimbursement from the Secretary of State grant. I've sent that to have them review, see if they'll do it. Mainly what this additional equipment does, it gives us additional enhancements and backup. The backup portion for the tabulation equipment, the master tabulation equipment is the key thing in this. And it came to $92,000. We were authorized up to $1.6 million by the Secretary of State's office. And I talked to Mr. Glotzer, and he said send it to him. He said he will do his best to work with us to approve that because he thinks that sounds reasonable. John Thompson, who is the sales representative that we had here, sent me the quote plus a listing of the things that he felt like that specifically provided. And with that, we feel like we would have even a better system than we've had before.
Well, and no other things needed, Judge, to make it even smoother? I think it was all that he thought that was, I know redundancy was good, but I mean, extra equipment wouldn't make our job faster.
No, with that amount of money, we could have bought more equipment, then we'd have to add on to the warehouse. No, this is the same density equipment as what we had as we centralize voting locations more under the vote center concept. I look for us to, you still gotta have enough equipment to vote all the people that are gonna vote, because that number, despite the Census Bureau's number, I don't think it changed. I think we went up in population. So I think we're gonna see, hopefully we're gonna see more turnout as fall.
Well, as I've said many times before, voting is probably the most important function that we encounter in a year's time in the county. It has to be right, and to have redundancy and ability to respond with additional equipment and take care of emergency needs. As we saw so much come into play in the last election, having this ability, I think this is a good thing that we're adding this additional equipment, just for peace of mind and insurance that we don't mess up. We have ability to respond. So
And
what,
you've got all the cable apparatuses and
Yes.
the machine set on and all of that taken care of.
yeah,
That was, we,
First contract, October with and everything.
yeah.
I think we're good. You always want extra in case you have one location that you need to take another piece of equipment out, or two more pieces of equipment out, or, you know, heaven forbid something happened to it. Somebody knock it off the stand or whatever.
Well, are we able to move outside of Hart and, for example, where you had enclosed trailers or hotspots or different things needed? We're leaving $500,000 on the table, is just what I'm looking at. Was there any of that option available under this grant?
I don't know what the grant included, but I don't think so. I think it was
It's
more
pretty
equipment.
non-descriptive, but they're wanting you to get your essential voting equipment. That's why we went back to them when we saw we had more money to get approval on this. I feel good about that. But I think if we went for some of the other things we're talking about, I think they'd say, wait a minute, we're not here to provide your transportation, we're here to provide election equipment.
if we're reimbursed, it might be worth our while to look at purchasing another enclosed trailer.
Yeah.
But that's a different agenda item.
Remember, I'm here. Not that I'm counting down or anything, but, you know, that's something that really needs.
Well, that whole
51
thing-
weeks.
And the other thing is, you know, we need to plan a better schedule of how we deliver the equipment. We've got it done, but we need to look at how we're doing that, for early voting, for everything that Lori's been hefting and doing. That needs to be done by others. Okay.
But I think we're doing.
As far as the motion, I'd make a motion to approve.
Okay.
All right.
Who seconded that? I did. Okay. Any other comments, anyone? Okay. All in favor of the motion as stated, that was made by Commissioner Fincannon, seconded by Commissioner Watts, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries 4-0. All right. Thank you all very much. 11:43, and we're adjourned.